She didn't hug you first by accident. And if you brushed it off as just a hug, you may have missed something powerful. Because in that quiet moment, before a single word was spoken, she was asking a question without asking it. She was feeling your energy, your calm, your strength. And here's the truth most men never hear: the hug wasn't about closeness. It was about trust, about whether you felt safe or unforgettable. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never see a woman's hug the same way again, and neither will she. Comment your location where you're watching from, and subscribe to the channel for more truth men rarely hear. When a woman hugs you first, the moment carries far more weight than most men realize. It isn't impulsive and it isn't meaningless. From a psychological standpoint, initiating physical contact is one of the clearest signals of perceived emotional safety. Before attraction, before desire, before romance, safety comes first. In that brief hug, she is unconsciously asking a simple but profound question: how do I feel in this man's presence? Not what he says, not how he looks, but how her nervous system responds when she's close to him. Women are highly attuned to emotional cues because historically and biologically they had to be. A hug becomes a shortcut, a fast, honest read of your inner state. Are you calm or anxious? Grounded or seeking approval? Comfortable in your body or desperate for reassurance? Men often think the test is about whether she likes them. In reality, it's about whether she can relax around them. Emotional safety is not created by trying to impress. It's created by being internally stable. Notice how subtle this is. She doesn't announce the test. She doesn't explain it. She simply leans in. And the man reveals everything in how he receives it. A man who tightens up, overreacts, or immediately tries to extract meaning from the hug communicates insecurity. A man who melts into the moment, who holds space without needing more, signals emotional maturity. This is why two men can receive the same hug and get completely different outcomes later. Philosophically, this moment exposes a deeper truth about masculine presence. Strength is not force, it is containment. It's the ability to experience closeness without losing yourself in it. When you don't rush, don't cling, and don't try to control the moment, you demonstrate something rare: self-possession. And self-possession is deeply attractive because it suggests you can be trusted. With emotions, with tension, with intimacy. This is where many men fail without ever knowing it. They treat the hug as a reward instead of a mirror. They chase the feeling instead of understanding the message. Emotional safety is fragile. The moment you show that you need the hug to mean something, you undermine the very safety she was testing for. Confidence in this context is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It simply is. And here's the paradox most men miss: when you stop needing physical validation, physical attraction increases. When you're comfortable with closeness without attachment, women feel free to move closer. This is not manipulation. It's alignment. You're allowing the interaction to unfold naturally without fear or urgency. So the next time a woman hugs you first, don't ask yourself what it means. Ask yourself what you're communicating, because in that moment, your body is speaking louder than your words. And the message you send may shape everything that comes next. When she hugs you first, she's not just stepping into your space. She's observing how you handle closeness without losing your center. This is where masculine confidence quietly reveals itself, not in bold moves or exaggerated reactions, but in restraint, composure, and timing. Many men believe confidence is about taking charge of the moment. In reality, it's about being so grounded that the moment doesn't take charge of you. Psychologically, a woman initiating a hug is testing your emotional regulation. Can you remain calm when intimacy appears unexpectedly? Or do you rush to capitalize on it, turning a subtle signal into pressure? True confidence shows up as patience. It's the ability to let something exist without immediately trying to define it, claim it, or escalate it. That patience communicates strength more clearly than any clever line ever could. There's also a philosophical layer here that's easy to overlook. A confident man doesn't need to prove he's confident. He doesn't tighten his grip to show desire, And he doesn't hold on longer to manufacture meaning. He understands that desire grows in space, not in force. When you allow a hug to be exactly what it is, no more, no less, you signal that you're comfortable with ambiguity. And comfort with ambiguity is a hallmark of inner security. Many men unknowingly sabotage this moment by revealing urgency. They smile too hard, lean in too fast, or shift their energy from relaxed presence to hopeful anticipation. From her perspective, that shift is immediately felt. What was once a calm interaction suddenly carries expectation, and expectation creates pressure. Pressure, even subtle pressure, erodes attraction. A man who is confident in himself doesn't need the hug to lead anywhere specific. He enjoys the connection, then seamlessly returns to the flow of the interaction. He doesn't interrupt the rhythm with overthinking or performative masculinity. This balance, being warm without being needy, open without being attached, is what women instinctively respond to. It feels rare because it is. At a deeper level, this moment reflects how you relate to life itself. Do you grasp when something feels good, afraid it might disappear? Or can you experience pleasure without clinging to it? Women are acutely sensitive to this distinction because it affects emotional safety long term. A man who can stay composed in a small moment is likely to stay composed in bigger ones. Conflict, uncertainty, intimacy. That's why the hug isn't the point. It's the lens. Through it, she sees how you handle closeness, desire, and self-control all at once. And what she's really asking is simple: can this man lead himself? Because the man who can lead himself doesn't need to chase connection. Connection naturally moves toward him. The hug itself is only half the story. Yes, when a woman hugs you first, it can signal interest. But what she's truly observing is how you respond. Most men mistake the hug for a declaration, a confirmation of attraction. They see it as an endpoint instead of a beginning. But the real message is subtle. She's giving you a glimpse, an opening, and watching what you do with it. Every micro-expression, every subtle reaction communicates far more than words ever could. This is where awareness becomes crucial. Think about it psychologically. The hug is a silent question. She's asking, can I trust him? Will he make me feel safe, seen, and understood? Or will he make me question myself? How you handle that moment shapes the narrative that unfolds afterward. If you respond with composure, warmth, and presence, you validate her choice to initiate the hug. If you overthink it, chase it, or act with unmeasured excitement, you undermine the trust she's testing. Attraction is not about grand gestures in this context. It's about subtle, consistent signals that demonstrate stability and awareness. Philosophically, this reflects a deeper truth about human connection. Closeness grows in proportion to respect for its pace. When you respect the moment without trying to force meaning into it, you create space for genuine attraction to flourish. It's the ability to enjoy intimacy without attachment that is rare and magnetic. Women instinctively sense this distinction, and it's why the same hug can lead to connection with one man and discomfort with another. The difference is entirely in the response. Most men overlook this because they focus on the wrong signals: the hug, the touch, the fleeting excitement, rather than the emotional impact they leave behind. But what matters is the experience you create. Did you make her feel lighter, comfortable, intrigued? That is what she remembers, not the hug itself. The power of your response sets the tone for every interaction that follows. So the next time she hugs you first, don't fixate on what it means. Ask yourself, how am I holding the space? How am I making her feel? Because in those quiet seconds, the truth of your presence is revealed, and the energy you project will echo far beyond the moment. A simple hug can be the doorway to attraction, but only if you walk through it with awareness, calm, and self-possession.